Hello everyone, welcome back to Virtual Sunday School. Do you all know what season is about to happen in the church? Not the season of what the weather is going to be like, but the season in the church. The season we prepare for Easter is called Lent. Do you all know what that means? What is Lent? We're actually going to start talking about that next week, but this week we're going to prepare for the season of Lent. I don't know if you know this, but this Wednesday is Ash Wednesday. Do you remember in years past where you would come to the church and we would do a ceremony and you'd get ashes and they'd place them on your forehead like this or on your hand like this to look like a cross? Ash Wednesday is the beginning of the season of Lent. And during Lent, we talk about Jesus and all the things that Jesus did. And one of the main things we talk about is how Jesus spent a lot of time in Jerusalem. Every single year, Jesus would go to Jerusalem to celebrate Passover, which is really close to Easter for us. Do you remember the lesson a few weeks ago where we used our imagination and I pretended to be a young Jesus in the city of Jerusalem? When Jesus was in Jerusalem for Passover at the age of 12, that was when he learned how God had a special plan for his life. So now our story today, Jesus is a lot older. It's been several years since the first time he came to Jerusalem, and he is with a lot of people. If you've been watching us the last few weeks on Sunday School, you've noticed that Jesus is starting to get really popular, and everywhere he goes, there seems to be really big crowds. And so our story today is no different. The disciples were actually having to help get the crowds to be calm while they were around Jesus. So to tell the rest of our story, we are going to use our imaginations as well as some really cool filters. And so today our story begins right outside the city of Jerusalem in the desert. Hello everyone, I have a few ideas I would like to share with you about the kingdom of God. I want to hear what Jesus has to say. Me too, but how can we listen? We're only children. We can't hear Jesus from all the way back here, plus we got to get through this big crowd of adults. What if we just run really fast towards Jesus and weave in and out of everyone and hope that they don't catch us? Works for me. Let's go. We're almost there. We're so close. I can see Jesus. Hey, what do you think you're doing here? Don't you know that's Jesus over there? You know children aren't allowed to be in public with all these adults. Come on, go home. Excuse me, disciples. Huh? What? Oh, yes, Jesus? It is all right. Let the children come to me, and do not stop them. Come on. It seems I have misspoken. Right this way. Yes! Let's go, friends! Yee! Let's go! The kingdom of heaven belongs to the children, such as these. That's our Bible story from today, friends. You can find that Bible story in the book of Matthew, chapter 19, if you want to look it up and read it for yourself. What I love about this story is that Jesus loved children so much that Jesus wanted them to be close to him, even though it was not acceptable for children to be out in public with adults. Also, the disciples even wanted the children to leave. Children were not viewed in such a great light, which is kind of sad to think about. But Jesus knew that children were special and told them otherwise. Not to mention that Jesus even said that if anyone does not act like a little child, they cannot enter into the kingdom of God or the kingdom of heaven. Now, Jesus was not saying that you have to only be the age of a child to enter into heaven. Jesus is saying that your heart has to be like that, the heart of a child, to enter into the kingdom of heaven. I wonder, what do you think makes a child's heart so special that Jesus would want other people to copy that? I think that it's the way that children love so easily. The gentle smiles that you willingly share with other people, and the way that you lovingly think and care about other people is what I think Jesus was talking about. Now it's time for our activity with Miss Erin and Nathan, and we are going to talk a little bit more about loving others. So let's go check it out.
Good morning and happy Valentine's Day. We are talking about love this morning for Valentine's Day, and once again I have Nathan here helping me. Now, sometimes we make a lot of Valentine's Day crafts and hearts and things, and sometimes we just don't. So today I'm not talking about a Valentine's Day craft that you can do, but I'm talking about a different way that you can show love. So one thing that we talk about in this house, Nathan, is love languages, like how people like to show love to somebody else or how they like somebody to show them love. And do you remember what they are?
Quality time and
Quality
gifts,
time, gifts,
act of service,
an act of service,
words of affirmation,
words of affirmation,
and togetherness.
togetherness. Yep, just spending quality time together, sometimes getting a hug or something like that. So, what we're going to do is list the people in our family and try to figure out a way that you can show them love for Valentine's Day, okay? So, if you think about Dad, what do you think Dad likes best?
Acts of service.
Dad likes acts of service best. Like when you do just a little thing for him. So what could that look like?
Like, for an example, if he was making my brother coffee and he got out the milk, I would put away the milk for him.
Yeah, putting something away, getting out something they need, helping out just a little bit. All right. What about me? What do I like?
For you, I have to say it's for togetherness.
Togetherness. What kind of things do we do together?
Snug and read a book.
Snug and read a book. Sometimes we play a game together, but that's something we both like. What about if you wanted to do something for Drew? What would you do?
Drew, I'd probably just give him words of affirmation on the basketball court.
Words of affirmation. So even just a, hey, great shot, saying something nice, you could write him a little note. What about Zach? What is Zach's favorite?
Zach is quality time.
Quality time. So what's a way you can spend quality time with a brother?
Really just, like, we have a trampoline in our backyard. Zach loves to play on it. And maybe I'd spend like an hour playing with him on the trampoline.
Yeah, just spending time together. So these are ways that we're going to think about Valentine's Day and ways that we are going to express love for each other. And I hope if you think about these things, spending quality time together, gifts, acts of service, words, or togetherness, think about your family and the way that you can show love in those ways. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.